And I'm back for more fun and adventure here in central Arizona. So I think today we're going to try something a bit different. So today's video will cover some tips and other strategies for riding your motorcycle safely and still have some fun. That's why we ride, right? To have fun. And don't forget to share and subscribe for more videos. One quick tip, especially when starting out, is to plan your ride. You should probably know where you're heading and everything else in between. So let's go. So today we're going to be heading south to the Phoenix Raceway, where the NASCAR series is going to be taking place starting in March. A fun 26-mile ride on the 101 freeway, then south on Avondale Avenue until we reach Jimmy Johnson Drive in southern Goodyear, Arizona. So as we head east on Bell Road, I just want to point out a few things. This truck on my left, for example, which I'm passing as quickly as possible. Because again, we want to keep our bubble open, which means nothing should be within 10 feet at least from the front, back, and sides. This is the easiest thing you can do to keep yourself safe on the road. You'll also see that here as I come to my stop, leaving enough room in case we need to maneuver out of the way. The last thing we want is to be right up on his bumper and something behind us happens and we can't get out of the way fast enough. You'll also notice here that I do a 2-second count before I start moving behind the car moving ahead of me. This is again in case they have to stop quickly. I don't want to have to guess as to how fast I need to stop. So as we're riding here around 40-45 miles an hour, you'll notice that you hear some of the wind. I've actually had to reduce through editing some of the wind noise because it does get very loud. Here, I'll show you. And that's still reduced volume, so I strongly recommend earplugs if you have them, especially if you're not wearing a full face helmet, as some of the wind noise could get quite loud, depending of course on how fast you're going. Again, as you can see, good spacing ahead of me. And there's our entrance on the 101 loop south. Remember, when changing lanes, we're not just using our mirrors, we're using our heads as well to check around. You'll notice while I'm in this right lane, I'm actually a little bit to the right of center as well. Again, this is to allow me that small margin of error in case there's an issue. I have an escape path that's a little easier to get to on the right side. Now you'll notice this truck coming up on my left. He's actually passing me, and we're going 70 miles an hour plus on a 65. So if we don't want to race him, we'll probably just let him get in front of us at this point, which as you can see, I did. So even though there's an exit and an entrance coming up on our right, we're still comfortable at this speed. Moving into any other lane right now would just make us need to go faster to keep our space. I think we're at a good cruising altitude right now at about 70 miles an hour. At this point, I'm gaining speed on the car ahead of me, so I am looking to change lanes. Again, check with your head as well as your mirrors. And as I pass him, you'll notice I'm slightly off center to the left. Again, trying to get away from him so I can get ahead of him. And once I have enough space, again, looking to the right, using our head, our mirrors, and we're changing lanes back while that car is farther back behind us. You'll notice I moved back to the left lane again, probably better than the middle lane at this point, due to our open escape path on the left. And our next exit to I-10 West. So you'll find on these exit ramps that there will be speed limits in an orange sign. These are suggestions for a car. For a motorcycle, it's kind of very important to follow these speed limits. We don't want to go too fast around these curves and end up along the wall or having to suddenly stop if we don't see traffic stopped up ahead of us. And there's our exit, Avondale Boulevard. So we're slightly slowing down a bit because we don't want to go through these exits at a fast pace in case traffic is stopped ahead of us. And we're now on Avondale Avenue heading south towards the raceway. You'll notice what I call a trap coming up here on the right side. You'll notice these cars are slowing down or have already slowed while I'm accelerating. At this point, any one of them could cut me off, so I have to be very cautious and move slightly over to the left until I clear them. I think we'll turn left here at West Buckeye Road. So while we're down here in southern Goodyear, I think we should make a stop at the best donut place, in my opinion, in the West Valley.
Donuts.
So here's your tip on parking lots. Make sure we're ready to stop, as things tend to jump out in front of us. Also very important to follow all signage, especially stop signs. We are going to stop, not slow, stop. You'll see why coming up here in a moment. Pedestrians just keep right on walking.
Donuts.
All right, enough snacking. Time to get back on the road. Again, reminding you that we don't want to ride side by side by anything that's a truck. So we are going to pass it. Probably safest as well to pass this car that's coming up on my right. Okay, we can see the NASCAR Speedway just past this bridge. Now they are still closed in February, but they do open in early March, and they do have a NASCAR experience in case anybody was brave enough to actually race around the track at lightning speeds. In a car, of course. Ooh, cages. Ooh. Now 150 miles an hour on a motorcycle. Now that's impressive. And we're back heading east towards this beautiful trail and mountains, towards that Estrella Mountain Regional Park. And if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. And we're back on Estrella Parkway, heading back home. But I think we'll make one more quick pit stop so we can check out a few of the minor league ballparks nearby as well, which includes the home series for the Cincinnati Reds and the Cleveland Indians at Goodyear Ballpark. Baseball spring training will begin on Saturday, February 22nd. Hopefully we'll see you down here soon. And thank you for riding along with me. See you next time.